Hello and welcome. My name is Kevin Edwards, and you are about to watch the prediction show for this week, courtesy of The Truth in Black and White. We want to also thank our host, Dallas Sports and More, for hosting our show every week on YouTube. And we would also like to thank our sponsor, the great rock and roll band that plays all over Dallas, Texas. The name of the band is Red Morning Light. If you want to check out Red Morning Light's website, feel free. The web page address is redmorninglight1234.com. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're going to get right to the sports, and the prediction show is off and running. The first game this week that we're going to talk about is the San Francisco 49ers against the Detroit Lions. Take the points in this game. The points are 4.5 that Detroit is giving. They are at home, but I think the 49ers might actually be for real this year. And at some point in time, the Detroit Lions have got to come off this fantasy island that they're on. Thinking that it might happen this week, looking for Detroit to win, but San Francisco to keep this one close. The points will help you if you're a points kind of person. Detroit 27, San Fran 24. Indy Cincy's up next. Indy could not handle KC last week. Painter was looking better. Indy's quarterback, the new guy. Painter, well, not the new guy. He's been there forever, but new in the sense that he's finally getting to play. Painter looked pretty good last week, although they did lose by 4. I can't see them doing anything better regarding the Cincy team, which is much better than the Kansas City team. I'm really thinking Cincy 30, Indy 17. Buffalo travels to New Jersey to play the New York Giants. And to be honest with you, I think Buffalo just keeps right on rolling. They are looking really good, getting better and better. That's what you want from your football team. I never know about the Giants until midway through the season. I think somehow the Giants find a way to drop this game in a big way. They don't bounce back after last week's loss, and the Buffalo machine keeps rolling. I think even though the Giants are giving 3 points, take Buffalo with an outright win. Buffalo 34, the New York Giants 20. Next, we're going to talk about the Philly Redskin game. This is a rivalry, so to speak. They're in the same division, and I really think it's time for the Dream Team to wake up. They have got to do something, or else heads are going to roll. And if they lose this week, or the game is even close to the Deadskins, I'm thinking heads are going to roll. And it might start with the head coach. You never know. It's a pick'em game. I don't know why it's a pick'em game. I think Philly wins big, 33-10 over the Deadskins. Moving along, we're going to look at the Jacksonville-Pittsburgh game. I'm going to warn you right now, this is my blowout alert of the weekend. I don't see any way Jayville stays anywhere near close to Pittsburgh. The Pitts boys shaken up early in the season, lost a couple early, but I think they're going to get their defense back rolling this week, and they are just going to jam the Jayville boys. Jayville, nice team, working on some things, long way to go. Pittsburgh, a team looking to revenge the earlier part of the season. I'm thinking it's a big blowout. Pittsburgh will pitch a shutout on defense for probably the first 3 quarters, maybe giving up a couple here and there. I think the final score is something along the lines of 37-9. We're looking ahead to St. Louis, Green Bay. Green Bay is giving St. Louis 16 points. That ain't enough. I think Green Bay smashes the Rams. I'd like to take this as the blowout game of the week, but no, I'm going to let this be the solid lead pipe lock of this week. The reason I didn't pick it as a blowout, because you never know about the weather in Green Bay. Either way, Green Bay is a lock to win this game. So I'm looking 16 points, big deal. You give them 20 points, they might have a chance. The bottom line for me, Green Bay 33, the Rams 10. Carolina and Atlanta, or as I like to say, Atlanta versus Lina. The points should be scored in this game. Both teams can score a little bit. Lina will be on the short end of the scoring, though. I think Atlanta proves to be too strong in the end and rolls to an outright victory. I think Atlanta is just too strong, and Lina is a little bit too unpredictable. Yeah, I know they've got that Cam Newton guy, and I'm thinking that he might do a little bit here and there. He's thrown for over 400 yards twice already this year, and almost 400 yards one other time. But I don't think he's going to be enough. He has enough experience, or his team has enough experience to really do anything against an Atlanta team that might be heading back to the playoffs this year. So that's for the early games. Moving ahead to the later games, the 4 o'clock games if you're on the East Coast, the 3 o'clock games if you're right here in Central. Houston versus Baltimore. Well, I got to tell you, being somewhat of a huge town fan, I thought last week's game, the emotions may have gotten to them. They couldn't pull it out in the last bit of the game there. You know, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you lose an emotional win. But I got to tell you, this week, emotion is going to be on their side. And that emotion is fear. I think Hugetown is afraid to go 3-3. After last year's scenario, I think they're looking, they'll fall apart if they go 3-3. So they really can't let that happen. So fear is a big motivator for Hugetown. Now, they're not playing a pushover in Baltimore. I think Baltimore is a very good team. And I think this will be a very good game. But I think that when all is said and done, Hugetown wins 28-24. 8.5 points are being given, so obviously take the points because Baltimore is giving up 8.5. So take the points. I think Houston wins outright, but take the points anyway. Next in the afternoon games, we have the Brownies against the Raiders. Last week, the Raiders won on pure emotion, and at the end of the game, I've never seen a more emotional ending to a game in terms of after the whistle has blown, grown men falling to their knees and crying about the win. Win one for the Gipper, or should I say win one for the Al Davis. Yeah, I think that was a very emotional scenario for them, and I think that might just carry them for a couple of games. I don't think that's going to wear out because I think that's going to carry him for just a couple of games. Just my feelings. So what I would tell you is, Brownies beware. The Raiders are back. The Raiders are given 7. I think the Raiders win outright, 28-24. Take the points. You'll win. The next game is one I just can't figure out. And the reason I can't figure it out is because it has to do with our very own Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are going to New England to play the Patriots. Now, the Patriots rarely lose at home. That's a fact. They play very well up there. That's a fact. Dallas has had 2 weeks basically to prepare for New England. But New England's not an easy team to prepare for. So we'll see what happens on defense. Mr. Ryan's got his defense working, we hope. We'll see what happens. My best guess is that the Cowboys play real hard, play real well, keep the game close, and somehow figure a way to lose. The only question I really have is, who is going to lose the game? Is it going to be Tony Romo, or is it going to be the rest of the field, or should I say the rest of the team? Who's going to make that bonehead play? Who's going to make that mistake that causes the Cowboys to lose one more time? I don't know. We'll see. But I am going to tell you, take the points. New England is giving up 8.5. I think it'll be closer than that. I think the Cowboys lose 30-28. Moving ahead. The next and last afternoon game is the New Orleans Saints against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Well, I think the Bucks are screwed this week. They can't score enough points to beat New England. Sorry, that's just the way it is for the Bucks. They're just not going to score enough points. I think the line is 4, and that won't make a dent. I think New Orleans handles the Bucks quite easily. The Bucks get crushed at home like they did last week when they were on the road. 2 big losses in a row. Look for New Orleans to win 33-10 over the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Sunday night game this week has the Vikings against the Bears. And when it comes to Sunday night game, that's usually my favorite game of the week. It's usually a really good game, and I think this will be a really good game. But I also think that the Vikings have figured something out. Yeah, I think they've actually figured that they have Adrian Peterson in their backfield, and if they give Adrian Peterson the ball, they just might win. That's something I don't know if they knew earlier in the season. But after last week, I'm definitely sure that they know it now. And if they don't, what else can I say about those guys? They're a bunch of underachievers. Anyway, the Sunday night game, the Bears are giving up 2.5 points to the Vikings. I think the Vikings win this one outright over the Bears. Let's go with about Vikings 28, Bears 20. I think that works. And as we move ahead, we're going to move ahead to the Monday night football game. Monday night pits the Jets against the Dullfish. And I really think the Dullfish will be dull this Monday night. Also, I really think the Jets will be dull this Monday night. I think this is going to be somewhat of a snoozer, not a lot of action. I think the Jets are giving up 8 points to the Dullfish. I'm picking the Jets to win by 7. So if you want to take the points, take the points. I think it'll be about a 7-point game, and I don't think much offense is going to be the case there. I think there's going to be a lot of TOs, turnovers, and a lot of problems here and there. A lot of problems on both sides of the ball. We know Miami has its problems here and there, but I think the Jets are not going to just walk over the Dullfish in this respect. So I'm thinking Jets 17 and the Fish 10. Well, thank you. We've just gone through the whole schedule for this Sunday and Monday. Hope you pick a winner. Hope you pick several winners. We'll check back next week and see how I did, and we will also give you another prediction show. So hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Once again, we want to thank Dallas Sports and More for having us and hosting us, and we will see you next time. I'm Kevin Edwards, the keynote speaker for Dallas's own Truth in Black and White. Thanks. Bye now.